People often ask me how I got started doing what I'm doing as a chiropractor. It's almost kind of strange and bizarre to say, but I had never been to a chiropractor. My family didn't go to chiropractors. My mom had multiple sclerosis, affected her ability to walk. It was always medical doctors and drugs. So as I was thinking one day what I was going to do, I looked at my hands and thought, well, maybe I'd like to be a surgeon, but I saw my hands kind of move a little bit, and I thought surgeons need to have stone cold hands, and I figured, well, I'm not going to be a surgeon with these hands. But later the idea came into mind, came from nowhere, to be a chiropractor. Now that's maybe a God moment, if you will. I don't know, because like I said, I'd never been to a chiropractor, didn't know what they did. But at that point I started to explore, well, what does a chiropractor do? And which led me eventually to go to a chiropractic college. And there I discovered principles about health and life and well-being that I had never heard before, but made a lot of sense. And one of those principles happens to be the principle that there's a wisdom in the universe. You can call it God or a cosmic intelligence, divine wisdom, but I'll just call it God, that gives all things its property and intelligence and wisdom and keeps it in existence. And the chiropractic college I went to was actually started by old timers because back in the 80s, chiropractic was becoming more therapeutic or medical. And this school was started by old timers to put the spirit back in the teachings of chiropractic about this intelligence and this wisdom. And what impressed me was the teaching that the body has wisdom and intelligence. It's trying to keep us alive and keep us well. So for an example, that would be someone that produces a fever. Now, back in the 80s, when people got fevers, it was common to suppress it, use cold compresses, take medication, freak out, the body's going to die, which many people still have that thinking. However, when you think about what is the purpose of a fever, we need to ask, why does the body produce a fever? Is it just going crazy, doesn't know what it's doing, or is there some wisdom behind it? And as we've come to know, it kills off infections, perhaps even fights off cancer. It melts toxins down in our body, and God knows we all need to detoxify in our heavily toxic world. So that's just one example. You get a cough, mucus is coming out. Everybody wants to analyze it with bugs and kill the bacteria, but maybe those bacteria are there for a reason. Maybe our bodies are toxic and they're attracting the bugs. So I often say, you don't get rats in a clean alley. Well, you don't get bugs in a clean body. So the body is getting rid of toxins and impurities, and the more we can help it to create the energy and create the energy flow, the immune system works better, we're happier and healthier, we're more productive. In other words, the body takes care of its own business a lot better. It doesn't need a lot of outside help.